ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, right here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We're going to have a lot of fun this morning. We are going to talk about a brand new educational program going on here in Clay County, as Travis Wyatt is here along with Jackie Akers, and we're going to talk here in a few minutes about the new program that they've got. It's not new in the state, but it's pretty new in here, right?
It is.
It's the CEO program. We'll get to that here in just a minute. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much on Channel 100 or Channel 98, Channel 99, depending on however you are watching. Let's tell you a little bit about what is going on in and around our area today. There are actually a few things going on. I was having a little bit of difficulty trying to find something here for Wednesday, August 3rd. But then I remembered, hey, it's fair season. All right, that's cool. Effingham County Fair continues tonight up in Altamont, Illinois, as actually continues this afternoon. Harness racing. They've got a lot of good harness racing today. The Downstate Classic is being held this afternoon. That's at 1 o'clock, and that's sponsored by Leisure Times and People's State Bank over there in Effingham County. Also, then later this afternoon in Altamont. By the way, you said you're from Effingham County. What area of Effingham County are you from?
Dietrich is where I grew up.
So you're from Dietrich. Would you typically attend the Effingham County Fair?
Every once in a while, yes.
Every once in a while. When somebody twisted your arm or something?
If we're not on vacation, my family goes over there every once in a while. So, yeah.
So you weren't showing animals and that side of it?
No, I was not.
Well, just wondering. Well, that's fun. Let's see what else is going on. Like I said, at 3:30 today and 5:30 today at the Schutzenfest building, they'll have a community showcase. I think that's when folks get up and sing or do recipes or something like that. Carnival's going to open at 5 o'clock tonight, as it's family fun night. I think they've got like specials for like wristband specials for the whole family out there. So give them a call or go out there and see what's going on. The big deal is tonight at 5:30, the 4-H auction. You want to go out there up there to bid on those animals, bid on the heifers and the cattle and the pigs. Make sure you get the price high, help the kids out. And then 7 o'clock tonight, the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling Champion Seed Western Series. Now, this is the Western folks. They run a little different style of pulling than the Eastern folks. I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand which is which. I am not that heavily and deep. Now, Travis is a very intelligent man. He knows which is which, right?
I have no idea. I should, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I have none. I no idea. But I'm sure they'll tell you all about it tonight. The Western Series sponsored by Dustin Sun and Wix Filters. Also, I mentioned the Effingham County Fair in Altamont. Over in Salem, the Marion County Fair continues tonight, as they're going to have the Junior Sheep, Goat, and Swine Show at 9 o'clock today. And then the auction. This will be on television. I'll mention it a little bit later on at 6 o'clock over there in Salem. We will have the livestock auction right here on this channel, so you might stick around for that. Carnival's going to open at 6 o'clock tonight over in Salem. And then in the grandstand tonight, it's a big time. The Whippoorwill Rodeo at 7 o'clock, and from what I understand, folks, they got bronco busting, they've got bull riding, they've got the whole thing. So you're gonna want to check in on that. That ought to be a lot of fun. What national holiday is today, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to say this with a straight face because I'm going to turn it onto the television. Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Grab Some Nuts Day on August 3rd. There are so many nut holidays throughout the year, but this embraces them all. This is National Grab Some Nuts Day. Defining nuts is a bit tricky, though botanically, And almond and cashew really aren't considered nuts, but since they're in the can, it's hard to tell the difference. And depending on the kind of nuts, they can add necessary good fats to our diet, full of minerals and nutrients as well that you might otherwise be missing. Also, you get plenty of sodium probably from whenever you get the nuts in the nuts in the can.
Sure you can.
Don't forget to grab you a handful of your favorite nuts to snack on today. Better yet, get to baking. And like I said, Travis, I'm going to do this the entire day without giggling to myself. Have you been able to do that? So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. This is Bruce Dickey and Travis Wyatt endorsed National Grab Your Nuts Day. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Watermelon Day. National Watermelon Day falls on August 3rd each year. This recognizes the refreshing summertime treat enjoyed at picnics and fairs. Since a watermelon is 92% water, it is very satisfying in the summer heat. Of course, this vine-like flowering plant originated actually in southern Africa. And while the word watermelon refers to both the fruit and the plant, to botanists, the plant is called a pepo. The pepo is a berry with a thick rind and a fleshy center. Interestingly, pepos develop from an inferior ovary. They're also characteristic of the Cucurbitaceae, a scientific term from the gourd family. So they're actually gourds. You knew all that, right?
Absolutely.
Did you know all that?
No.
I had no idea. So enjoy National. Actually, while watermelons hold plentiful water, wild melons tasted bland and bitter. This clue suggests that the desert dwellers likely cultivated the first melon. The seeds and art found in the tombs of the pharaohs supply additional clues to the watermelon's value. So there you go. Tombs of the pharaohs. They had watermelons. So that tells you a little bit about how old the watermelon is. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? Perfect with Travis and Jackie here, ladies and gentlemen. August is National Back to School Month. Back to School Month in August gears up parents, teachers, schools, and students for a season of education. With shorter days, it's time to dust off the backpacks, fill them up, and plan for a new school year. Preparing children for the new year includes everything from supplies, clothes, checkups, planning schedules, making new friends. Teachers develop their lesson plans and ready their classrooms for new smiling faces. But the thing, of course, folks, you need to remember with back to school, you want to make sure you teach the kids how to deal with traffic safely and deal with school buses. So all the rest of us without children, and I am I don't want to say proudly or gleefully, but one of those without children, I got to make sure that I drive slower. So everybody, make sure you drive more slowly to make sure the school year goes well. So there you go. What do you want to see on television today? What's on TV to watch? Major League Baseball. I got 5 games to tell you about. The Royals are at the White Sox at 1:10 p.m. today. It's Brady Singer versus Lance Lynn. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. Cubs will be in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. Justin Steele versus Miles Michaelis. That's Marquee, Channel 597, or Bally Sports, Channel 630. Take your pick. That's at 6:45 tonight. And then a triple header tonight. Count them. 3 games today and tonight on the MLB Network, Channel 591.9. Seattle is at the Yankees. Luis Castillo, the brand new Mariner, is pitching against Garrett Cole on MLB, Channel 599. That's at noon, followed at 3:05 by the Mets at the Nationals. Chris Bassett versus Anibal Sanchez. And then at 8:45 tonight, the Dodgers at the Giants. Julio Urias versus Alex Cobb on Channel 599. That, ladies and gentlemen, down there is Travis Wyatt. Right here is Jackie Akers. We are going to talk about the Clay County's new CEO program right after this. You please do stick around. Thanks a lot. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining today. Down there, ladies and gentlemen, is Travis Wyatt. What are you, the superintendent?
I am the superintendent of North Clay School District.
I probably
Proud
should have.
superintendent.
I probably should have figured that out before you got started here, before we started this thing. Sorry about that. I thought you were,
Yep.
but I didn't. Of the high school, grade school, or both?
The whole district.
Whole district. Okay.
Yep.
And here's Jackie Akers, not the superintendent,
Not the same.
but Jackie is a teacher at North Clay, right? What do you teach?
Well, for 17 years, I taught 7th and 8th grade reading, and this year I'll be moving into the...
You get a new job this year.
Yes, I did, facilitating the CEO program for all of Clay County, and then I'll be doing the enrichment program at North Clay for the remainder of
Okay,
the
so
time.
first things first. When folks when folks hear CEO program, the immediate thought to me, having been in business, is why are we starting a chief executive officer program for children? They're like 40 years away from maybe being a chief executive officer, 20 or 30 years away. That's not exactly what it is it, Travis?
No,
Tell
it
me
is
what
not.
the
It is
CEO
not.
program is.
Basically, the CEO program is a program where we take students away from the school districts, away from the schoolhouses, and give them an opportunity to learn and grow towards things that they're interested in. It's the whole entrepreneur mindset, and there's so many different layers and parts of that that Jackie can talk more to than me. But the thought was that we had this around our county, all around our county. Richland County had it, Wayne County had it, they had it Salem, they had it over in the South Central area, Effingham, of course, where it originated, and our students were missing out on this opportunity. And
Now, I remember, I think, if I recall correctly, Wayne County, I think, started 4 or 5 years ago. And when did Effingham County start?
Effingham County started in 2008, so that's when the original program started.
They formed the whole thing, right?
yes.
How'd that come about? Do you know?
I think Jackie can tell you a little bit more about Craig Leventhal and
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Craig Linfall started the program in 2008, was his first class. He was a teacher in Teotopoulos, and he decided that after doing lots of different jobs and he was mostly a band teacher, but after doing lots of different jobs, he just really saw his ideas and entrepreneurship growing, and he wanted that for younger students. And so he started this program, and it is now run through Midland Institute, which is headquartered in Effingham.
Oh, really?
And yeah, now that we are in almost over 300 schools and in 7 states all over the United States. Yeah.
Started in Effingham 14 years ago, and now in over 300, and just now getting to Clay County. Travis?
I know. We're a little late, but you know what? We're still here. It's going to happen, and we're excited.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing, of course. Okay, so you saw the need. You saw a basically a nice, like, pigeonhole that wasn't being taken care of in Clay County, didn't you?
Yep, we did. And so we got a group of us together. We started talking among the schools and the superintendents, and we thought, what if? So we called a meeting basically right before kind of COVID hit, and we had a tremendous turnout from our community and the businesses and so forth. It's like, yeah, this is something we should do. And so we started that process, and then of course COVID hit, and businesses and people really struggled during that time. So we kind of shut it down for a time period, still thinking that we would do that. And so last year we got ourselves back up, and we got ourselves to this point where we were selecting a facilitator, as in Jackie's case, and selecting our students from all of our schools in Clay County. And this program, we're going to have orientation next week on Wednesday, and we're going to have students in place, and we're going to be ready to go first day.
You're going to be rolling along.
We are going to have a CEO class in Clay County. We're called the Clay County IL CEO program.
Now there is a website for that, right? As
Absolutely.
I understand, what's the web address?
It is ClayCountyILCEO.com.
ClayCountyILCEO.com, and I'll throw that on the screen here before the end of the show. .com. We didn't go .edu.
Nope.
We didn't.
We did not.
Okay, well, because I guess there's a reason behind that, and why is the reason we didn't go edu?
Well, I think the idea is that it's the entrepreneur's mindset, and everything's .com in that area, so that's the whole idea.
It's a business.
We're teaching students how to prepare for future life in the entrepreneurship type world, and all those skills. The business skills, the people skills, the soft skills, everything that goes along with that. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Where's it going to be?
Go ahead.
Interesting question.
Where
Generally,
are we going to start meeting?
You've got X number of kids. You got school starting next week.
Yeah, because one of the requirements is you cannot meet on school grounds.
So
we cannot
wait a minute.
We cannot meet on school grounds.
Really?
Yep.
yes,
Do they meet daily?
they do meet daily. We'll meet daily from 7:30 till 9. The students will be excused from their first and second hour classes, be back to school around 9:30.
We could be at Casey's and have donuts or something? Or?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, we might be visiting that. We might be learning that. Yes, we might. Yes.
Somebody, actually, that'd be a good. All right, I'm thinking right now. You go ahead and steal this from me, kids, if you want. A donut delivery service.
There you go. That
There
could
you
be.
go.
Believe me, I'll be doing something. I'll be like, ooh, this would be a great business they can do. So, but yes, they cannot meet in a classroom. We kind of create our own places, whether we are in boardrooms or basements of businesses, wherever we can be all around Clay County. And then for about 3 to 4 days a week, they'll be out and about in businesses.
Oh, is that right?
Learning from the ground up. So
that's the thing, Travis, that folks may see new around Clay County this year that they've never seen is there are going to be a slew of high school seniors running around talking to businesses, right?
Absolutely, and they're going to be dressed like in business attire. They're going to be dressed, to learn and to grow and to be that type of individual where they're going to gain skills from all these, because all these different businesses, and we can talk about investors and all those people that have put in support, but
we will.
All of them bring such different approaches to what makes them successful. And they all have some experiences that they've learned. Many probably learned the hard way, especially, .com type businesses
Yeah.
and so forth, and we have those right here in Clay County.
Right.
You don't have to go anywhere else, and that's part of the idea too. Is we want our students to understand you can be very successful right here and live in our great communities. And we want that. We want them to come here and to live and to stay here.
I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to ask you when we return, what was the original reception, and now that we're actually getting going within the next week or two or three, what the business people have thought about the idea. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Again, my guests are Travis Wyatt and Jackie Akers, and we'll be back right after these words. Please do stick around. Back in a second.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much, my guests today. Travis Wyatt down there, Jackie Akers. I'm the first person who's ever done that, aren't I?
Yes.
Yes, I am. I just feel terrible though. Jackie Akers here. We are talking about the Clay County's new CEO program, and when we were leaving, okay, you have the idea, right? Have the idea. We want to get folks involved, get businesses involved. Who went out to talk to businesses? What was the whenever you realized that there is there's funding involved here? This is not a free deal, is it?
Yeah, no, it isn't. What we did was we come together and we said, hey, why not us? Why not this great program for our great kids here in Clay County? And so we just put out word to anybody in every business. We just got in touch with them. We sent letters. We met with them, members of our board, and we just asked them to come. And so before COVID hit, there the spring of 21,
Spring of 20.
20, we had this great collection of individuals throughout Clay County just come in and say, yeah, tell me what this is about. Man, we really need that. We want the kids to understand that they could be very successful here, stay in our great communities, be a part of what we go on, and grow it and make great success here. And we also wanted our kids to learn some of the many skills that they need to have. It seems like our kids are very much, if you do something in a school setting, they're tied to what the school setting does. That's
Right.
why it's so important to remove them from that and open up that box. And, we talk in education a lot, thinking outside of the box. We just don't have a box. There isn't one. It's whatever the kids want to do. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you want to do? And, well, okay, how do you think we can get
Right.
there?
What are you interested in? What do you think you're interested in?
And that's going to be Jackie's responsibility is
Yeah.
to guide our 18 students that we've selected this last spring to in that direction to see what they come up with, and then class businesses and all those things. So there's going to be a lot of give back to the community too. So it's not just a situation where the businesses and the investors and the community is giving. These students are going to be giving back. They're going to be out in the community. They're going to be known, and what they're going to gain and their people skills is just going to blossom.
How were you met by businesses? Because part of the businesses, this is not a state sponsored organization.
It is.
This is a business sponsored organization.
Yes.
So your funding is from the community, from businesses. Whenever you went in and said, "Hey, look, this," you have to tell the guy that to write the check. What did eBay say? Get out, or were most people pretty actively interested?
Our support was just unbelievable. It was so supportive, and it's like, hey, we've been thinking about that. We've been hearing about that. We would love to see our kids in our community, our children in our schools be a part of that. So the support's been absolutely amazing, and it continues to be. And so we're going to have a big event for our orientation for students next Wednesday here at Venue 720.
Oh, that's good.
And
you'll have all the sponsors
we're
there?
inviting our parents and the students because it's student orientation, but we're inviting all of our investors and anyone that showed interest to come. And we're going to make it a big situation where everybody can learn what's going on.
We'll mention the investors here in a little bit, but we want to make sure that they do get their due, because they are the backbone behind it. The brains behind it now, though, is Jackie.
That's right.
Jackie, how have you trained now to be the manager for the CEO process?
Well, I came in the spring, was hired in May, and I went through a training at the beginning of July. And that's through Midland Institute, and their headquarters are in Effingham. And there were about 12 different facilitators that this was either their first year facilitating, or they had new programs.
What is the typical training program for the for new facilitators?
Well, it included, in one night we were at the convention center in Effingham, and we did that for one evening. And then the next morning, actually when we left that night, our program director said, "I'll see you at the Exchange tomorrow at 8:00. Well, I knew what that was because I'm from the area, but a lot of people from different states and people, they were like, "What is she talking about?" And she wanted it to be a day in the life. Like, this is what you're going to tell your students, and this is what they have to figure out, and this is what they're going to need to do. And so we met at this business in Effingham, and we had what it would look like the day in the life of what it would be like to be a CEO student. And we met with the gentleman who started the exchange program, and it is a community-based office, I guess, if you will. With COVID, a lot of people went home, and they started working from home. And so he has created a community office space.
Is that the one down on the corner of downtown?
Yes.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is a super cool concept, yes. And people come in and they do their business, instead of having to be in their homes, they do their businesses from there. It's like a gym membership, only you're doing it for an office.
So you were trained there for how long for this?
We stayed there for a couple of hours, and then we went to Midland States Bank over on Network Drive.
Okay.
And that's where the headquarters is based, and we finished the remainder of our training that day there.
No kidding. So, so all of you, so then you're basically all cut loose and ready to tear into it with the kids.
Yes. And then we have lots and lots of Zoom meetings. We've had about one a week there's currently one going on right now that I will catch on recording.
You're missing a Zoom meeting. Okay, now, you said there are 300 different programs. How many people are in the Zoom meeting?
Just the new facilitators. So
New facilitators.
Yes, so there's just about 12 or 13 of us.
So you guys are all. This is a great idea, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's the first time I'm hearing of it, because you would think that this would be something that new teachers would do like all over the place just to kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, that's what Midland does. They have they haven't even given us all of this is what your whole year is going to look like. They have just dripped out the information very slowly. That's their concept. You do this first. Right now, we're just focusing on orientation. We've been through that, and now they're starting to focus on, telling us how to go into businesses and ask for us to go and visit their businesses.
Golly, I need to go to that one.
You should. Absolutely, you should. We'll make sure you have an invitation.
Yeah.
Actually, we're getting those printed even as we speak.
I can't just walk into that, can I? Oh, doggone it. I need to learn how to walk into somebody's businesses. Well, I tell you what, let's do. Let's take another quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about how your kids can get involved, because there are different age groups involved. Well, one right now, but then next year we're going to have a few more kids involved and in the process, and we're going to talk about what the kids are going to do. Okay? You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV here along with Travis and Jackie. We'll be back right after this. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Joined, of course, by Travis Wyatt down there, Jackie Akers down here. Okay, Jackie, tell me. My child, my 18-year-old, 17-year-old child comes home and says, "Dad, I'm fired up. I want to do this CEO program." Gets in. What is he or she going to do?
Well, it's really important the parents, when we do this orientation on Wednesday, and they've already been made aware of
Wednesday the 10th, by the way.
Wednesday the 10th.
Yeah.
They've already been made aware of the requirement it's going to take to do this program. So students who have already been selected and the students who have decided to take this on, they're required to be able to drive themselves to their sites. So they have to have reliable transportation or share with somebody else. They have to dress in professional attire every day.
And that's not just, do kids realize that you can't have the torn jeans?
Or the hoodies.
That's
Definitely something we're going to have to talk about.
Torn jeans and hoodies, they are out.
Yes. And they will start when we begin the year. We will have some team building activities, and we'll also be learning about we'll take an assessment that's a personality assessment. How do we work well with others? Maybe if you bump heads with a certain individual, it's because they're very high in one area and you're lower in that area.
Right.
And so they'll start out with a personality assessment, and we'll spend some days talking about that. They'll have different opportunities, smaller opportunities before they begin their actual business. And they'll start off with a badge business where they have to find a way to create identification badges for all of us all year long to walk around with, and they'll find sponsors.
Kidding.
Yeah.
So they're making their own badges.
Yes. Well, they'll figure out how to make their own badges and how to get them printed and how to get sponsorship for those badges. And then later in the year, they will have a class business where they will create a way to find seed money to raise money to have seed money for their own individual businesses.
Now you said this is for the class business. This will be all the students, all 18 students toward the same goal. But then to the same goal to build the nest egg.
Yes.
That they will all individually receive a portion of, right?
Correct.
That probably is where it's going to be very important in asking and for the kids to learn how to walk into a business, won't it?
Yes. And if the idea of them getting so much seed money comes from an idea like Shark Tank, like having to go to the investors and saying, this is how much money I feel like I'll require to start my business. And those are all things that we'll get into later in the year. But a lot of skills that these kids are going to have walking into, they're going to be ahead of their peers getting this already.
What's the time frame? Okay, so to make the badges, you probably have to do that in the first month, don't you?
By the end of September.
3 weeks?
By the end of September. And then around November, December, we'll probably be working towards our class business.
Okay, so the class business to fund the class business to fund the gigantic nest for which of the others to pull from.
Correct.
Have you had whenever? Okay. Tell me a little bit about the process of of narrowing it down to the 18 kids. Were kids making a Shark Tank presentation to you? That was not what the requirement was at this time.
Not yet. No.
Tell me a little bit about that process.
The board went into all the Clay County schools and introduced the concept to them. And we wanted to gain students to apply for the program. And the application process is 100% blind, not knowing their names or what school that they came from. And then they were selected by the board.
Well, this was this was the board's process.
Yes, the board. Jackie actually, our facilitator, Jackie hadn't even been selected yet.
Okay.
So we were in the process of going to all the county schools, and we did a presentation to last year's juniors, which would be this year's seniors, and we did it to everyone in all the schools. And then the Midland has basically an app that they can jump on there and apply, and they had to get 2 letters of reference, one from their counselor and one from another teaching staff member. And it was a blind process, so then our board, that committee, went through the blind applications and selected. We actually have 18 students at this point, starting next week.
What was the reception of the? I mean, I'm sitting there thinking the number of juniors in, and this is all 3 high schools in Clay County, Clay City, North Clay, and Flora. The junior class total, you're looking at about 150 kids, maybe.
Yeah. We actually started in Louisville in the morning. And we had some people from Midland Institute. We actually had some students from Jasper County come over and speak about the program.
They've been doing it for a little longer.
For a little longer, yeah. So we had that presentation in North Clay in the morning, and Full Armor students were there as well. And then we went to Clay City, and then we finished up with Flora in the afternoon. So it was a full day of recruiting and telling them about the CO opportunity.
I feel bad. How do I forget Full Armor?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I know how I forget. Yep. They don't have a baseball team that just won state. That's how I forget about Full Armor. Okay, so you went through the process. You narrowed it down. You got these number of the 18 juniors. But part of that process, like I asked her, they weren't telling you what the business was they wanted to do, did they?
No. all that process was they've decided that this class, these skills are things that they're excited about. Actually had a parent of one of the students that was selected. And again, blind process, I wasn't even included on that. Just come up to me and said, when the kids are young, they love going to school. Kindergarten, first grade, you love it.
Yeah.
You love going.
Yeah.
He goes, by the time they get to high school,
They don't love it.
I don't know so much. Maybe I'm ready to get my driver's ed, and maybe for this or that activity or whatever it is. He goes, but I've got a high school senior that is super excited about next year because they got in the CEO program.
Is that right?
Because I haven't seen them this excited since kindergarten.
Well, that's wonderful.
So that's awesome. Now, that's what we want. We want that excitement because honestly, this program is so different, and it's going to teach the kids so many different things that they're going to be needing in their future no matter what direction they decide to go. The skills are going to pick up. That's what makes it exciting for us. That's why we knew that this was the right thing to do. That's why our board's so passionate about it. That's why Jackie's so passionate about it. That's why our investors and everyone that wants to be a part of it. So if you want to be a part of it, please let us know, because this program is just going to get better and better and better each year. This is our inaugural class.
Yeah.
It's not our last class.
Yeah.
It's just one of hopefully hundreds to come.
Yes.
Well, that I tell you what, that's outstanding. What now? Do you think you have a little Steve Jobs or somebody here, or is that possible? I mean, what can folks expect? What can I'm Joe Blow in the community, Bruce Dickey Joe Blow / am I going to be enjoying a product created by some of these kids possibly?
It's possible.
I think
definitely.
so.
I mean, they can come up with original ideas. They can do spin-offs of things that they have seen people doing. Trade show is what will showcase their businesses that they've decided to do, and that will not be until
those will be their individual businesses.
That'll be their individual businesses.
That'll be late
right.
spring.
And
Trade
they'll
show.
Showcase. Yes.
So you're going to be doing this next year.
Yep. We'll have a big CEO trade show next spring.
Wow.
And so you can come and see what all of their businesses are that they've
Purchase
come up
the
with.
items and their services or whatever that they're jumping off.
What are some items like from some other schools from other programs that have caught on, maybe, or at least have come to your attention? Travis?
I mean, there's a lot of different things that have taken place. I know that, especially during COVID, some of the kids that went the food truck route, those have been really big, and we've actually had some of those students come talk to us when we were doing the initial parts of this as well. But one of the things that's taken off big in Jasper County, they had a student that went through, and they've got a product called Frost Buddy, which basically is a universal cooling can that you can put different sizes of drinks in, bottles, cans, 16 ounces, tall necks, short ones, skinnier ones, and it's universal for that. And they actually have gone so far where they thought they were going to be on the Shark Tank, but then got turned down.
Oh, that's too bad.
But then they went into the TikTok world and got it pushed out that way, and they're doing extremely well. So it's the Mimosa Boys out of Jasper County, out of Newton, and if you want to check them out, it's a product. I have a couple of them. I actually bought them for all my administrators last year.
Oh,
They're a
that's
great product.
Cool. Actually, I can mention one myself. I know that there's one in Wayne County. There's a fellow who created a product, basically invented some kind of different way to help tile fields, and it's attachment to tractors that he's selling to farmers all over the place down in Wayne, and I think it's Wayne County. It's either Wayne County or he's from Blueford, I think. So I mean,
I think one of the kids somewhere I read where they obviously there's tons of things you can do, a photography business and some of those different things, but I've seen one where they've taken old tires and kind of turned them into like your tubing that goes underneath your culverts. And
that's the one. That's the one I was thinking
and
of.
That's,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome too. And that he's like maxed out on what he can do.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking. He's like Blueford kid or something, right? Yeah, that was what I was trying to Weber, I
and
guess.
there's tons of other things. There's I
that's
can't even name them.
That's the thing, Travis. That's
the thoughts out there is, sometimes we in education we get ourselves so locked in that this is what we got to do. We have to go to college. We have to do these things there. When we know right now, you go the trades route, you could be very successful.
Right.
But what if you only went to trades route and it was your trade and you owned the business and you did everything? Those Brock and Mitch Mimosa, who run that Frost Buddy situation, they had to design the whole thing.
Right.
They had to come up with that themselves. So there's all those things, and then they have to do what they call hustling to make sure that it's out there, and they have it, and they have to have some place to store it and some place to make it, and all those different things. And you have to go through all that. That's what these kids are going to learn.
And the important thing is they're using this program to learn how to go about creating that event, creating that in their lives.
We have a ton of those businesses right here in Clay County that go about it in different ways, but the biggest part of it, there are lots of things that are the same. And those connections and those people skills that we haven't even got into yet that our students really need. We can do a lot of this, and we can type, and we can send emails to each other and text, but can we really sit down and talk to Bruce and say, hey, Bruce, do you want to be a part of this? Here's what we got going.
Yeah, you can. Too bad I don't have the checkbook for Wabash. I suspect we're already helping out somehow.
Yes,
I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's coming up next week, and the folks who are invited to that. We're going to talk about the sponsors, investors. It's not sponsors, is it, right?
No.
It can be everything from investors to mentors to just people that support the program. We're willing to take anybody and everybody.
We've got Travis here and Jackie here. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this word. Do please stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. A Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guests today are Mr. Travis Wyatt, Superintendent of Schools up in North Clay, and also Jackie Akers. Jackie is the CEO Director? Facilitator, pardon me. CEO Facilitator for Clay County. He's not your boss anymore.
He's still my boss.
Oh shoot! Okay, but these two folks are telling us all about the CEO program here in Clay County right now. Brand new CEO program. Give me, and I didn't get a chance to put it in the computer. I feel bad and stupid. What again is the address, the web address, if folks want to learn more?
It is ClayCountyILCEO.com. And there'll be links to our Facebook page and our Instagram page
and
there.
Eventually links to the
student businesses.
Yes. And pictures of the students whenever we get through orientation and all those different things as well. So we've got lots of great things coming.
What is, again, let's tell everybody what's going on next Wednesday night.
Next Wednesday night, we've invited our students and their parents to come to our orientation, and it is where they will learn more about what they will be doing this year, just kind of a flyover, snapshot of what they'll be doing, and they'll fill out paperwork that they'll need for the year, and just kind of give them a snapshot, and we're going to give them a meal. We're going to provide a meal.
Wow, there you
all
go.
there. Yeah.
What do the I guess I'm asking a question that it's kind of difficult to tell right now. How informed are the parents of this? I know that you said that a lot of them need to be well informed because they know you have transportation and everything else. But I mean, whenever these parents are coming here, this is going to be a surprise to some of them that their kids involved in that.
It should not be. No.
I guess the reason I asked is my parents would have had no idea what I was doing.
All the students were notified that they were part of the program last spring before we got out of school.
Okay.
Normally the orientation would be in the spring, but because we didn't have a facilitator yet, we needed to go through that process and get that taken care, get it trained up and so forth. So this training for next year's class will be in the spring.
Right.
So then it'll be a different type of schedule, more like everybody else does, but this is how it works for when you started. This is our inaugural year, so we're just excited about all of it. There's so many things, Bruce, that we don't know. That it's actually really exciting for me in education because we're control freaks in education.
Yeah.
We have to control everything from the bells to where people go and all those things. We don't know.
What was that Donald Rumsfeld said? There are known knowns and no unknown knowns.
Yes.
Unknown unknowns.
Yes. And so that's another thing that makes it really exciting.
Well, that is exciting. Give me an idea of some of the businesses around the area that have been helping out because I mean this is getting a business to help out folks like this that they're not used to this, a brand new idea to them too. Yeah. Tell me some of the folks who've been helping out. I know you've said they've been very generous.
Yes, we've had lots of generous sponsors all throughout Clay County and beyond that.
Absolutely.
Some of those that we can list are Flora Bank and Trust, T.W. Harrison Associates, Clay County Water, Bible Pork.
I bet you Doug was happy to hear about this.
Yes. Maple Flat Solar Energy, Jonathan Carroll, Wiley Realty, Julian's Drive-In, Darren and Ann Hout, Luke and Jenna Johnson, Brandon and Tyra Sykal, Justin Cook Management, Glamour Farms, Lisa Cash, Dr. Rick and Angie Workman, Props Auto Body, EJ Water, Act Tire and Auto, Colin Mosley, Northway Insurance Agency, Flora Bank and Trust. That one's repeating, Pip and Kate, Bailey Farms, Clay County State Bank, North Wayne Insurance, I think I mentioned them already, the City of Flora, Preferred Events, Mustard Seed, Wabash Communications, Clay Electric Company, ELT Transport, Clay County Electric Co-op, Benjamin F. Edwards, Jasper County CEO Program, Clay County, Jasper, Richland, North Wayne Regional Vocational System.
You get a lot of help from other counties there too, aren't you, Travis?
Absolutely.
A lot of those. So.
Actually, one of the things we had the Jasper County students come over and help us when we went around to just introduce the program and the opportunity for students last spring, and their CEO program became a sponsor of ours.
No kidding.
So it's just a way for them to help us get started, and we will do the exact same when the opportunity comes for us.
How many, you mentioned there's how many 300 programs around the country or around the Midwest anyway. How many in Illinois are there, do you know? And
there are 62 programs total in 7 different states.
Right.
I don't know how many particularly in
62.
Illinois.
I'm sorry, I
yes,
misunderstood.
they're in 300 schools because counties basically cover the different.
300 schools.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
but 62 programs.
Why'd they keep it countywide? I mean, what's the thought process? And I hate to ask a question that I don't know. You don't know. Do you know?
Well, I think for us, the thought was that we wanted to be available for every county school, and we know that, even in our size of district at North Clay, to try to get 18 kids, that's probably it's just not going to work. But the model that they used in Effingham was all Effingham County schools, which there's several school districts in Effingham County.
They got five public schools.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So whenever you start doing that, we just wanted to reach out and make sure, plus it makes the whole county, everybody part of the program. All of our students are going through the same process. So they're going to be visiting businesses in Clay City, in Flora, and in Louisville, and anywhere else in the county that we may not even know of, and sometimes you find out there's some really cool things happening here. And that's what we're going to find out, because I already know some of the things that we're going to do, and it's going to be pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's cool. That's good to hear. What of the younger kids in the studio? This is all seniors this year.
Correct.
How much will juniors, sophomores, and freshmen learn about these programs over the course of the year to keep in the back of their head, boy, this is something I might want to think about in a year or two?
Well, I think these students are going to be, especially this first class, are going to be our biggest recruiters.
Absolutely.
Them going back out and saying, how much fun they're having and all the things they're learning and
They're selling to the kids
Yes.
too, probably.
Yes, and so they're going to be our biggest recruiters for the years to come.
I think you're going to see those underclassmen and juniors are going to see those kids coming back into class during the day, and they're going to be with them in their activities and throughout the school days and at lunch and after school, and they're going to talk about those things. Word of mouth is still some of the best things that we can do.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to hear a negative comment. I think we're really excited about this.
I've got to ask the question because I was a lazy bum in high school. Do you think, is there at some point where some kid might have just like somehow gotten his way through, gotten into the program just so he could get out of two hours of school?
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, yeah, it's possible.
Anything's possible. But I think they're going to find out really quickly.
That ain't going to work, is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's just wondering because it popped into my head.
Is that something you would have done?
Huh?
That's something you would have done?
Yeah. Well, I had really good grades, so I mean, I would have tried.
Bruce, don't you remember though? You had these oh my gosh ideas.
Yeah.
And somehow education was just like, no, that just doesn't fit into the box.
Yeah, I do remember having
now these oh my gosh ideas. Let's try them.
I do remember having these oh my gosh ideas, and school was just nowhere, like you said. Yeah, education was nowhere in the back of my mind.
What's my future look like when I'm done being a high school senior in Clay County schools? What opportunities are there? Is it just college or just the workforce or just military? And nothing against any of those, but what if there's something else out there, especially in the .com age?
Right.
What if you've got an idea that you can make happen?
And that is the key to getting, like you said, getting a kid involved. What's the time frame? When do kids start applying for next year? Because next year you're going to have juniors and seniors, right?
Well, we'll go
Possibly.
at least with this year's juniors again to see if there's enough to fill the class. Normally we take 18 to 20, 22, something in that area. We had such a great turnout this year that we don't feel like that maybe next year we will have to go past the juniors again, and it'll be senior only class. But if it ever did, that'll all take place in the spring, somewhere around first part of March, usually where it takes place.
What's the typical time frame for these businesses to get up and rolling so that they're ready for your trade show?
I think we'll start talking about it after Christmas. They can all have ideas in the back of their minds, and some might come and say, I have no idea. And that's where you start talking about what are your interests? What are things that you're, interested in? Are you a writer? You can make a book. Are you a crafter? What is something that you can create? Do you like to bake? You could create some sort of, cookie business. It's not necessarily recreating the wheel and making something brand new, because let's be honest, how many of the same things, do you see on the store shelves every day with a different label on them? Laundry detergent. They're all they're all essentially the same thing, same idea with just different brands.
Well,
so that's what these kids can look at, that they can decide, what are my interests? What is something that I think I can create a business out of?
It's just fascinating, Travis. It sounds like you're going to have a lot of fun. How much of now you've hired her? How much of your time is this going to take up?
It's going to take a lot less now.
This is taking up all of your time. Are you looking forward to it?
I'm totally looking forward to it, and that's what I told them in the spring when I applied for the position, that I know it's time for a change. It's time to do something new. I still have a passion for education, and I know that I still want to be in that realm, but it's time to do something else with some kids who just really, this is what they want to do.
Give me the email, or not email, but the web address again.
It is ClayCountyILCEO.com.
ClayCountyILCEO.com. Travis, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Best of luck to you both. Jackie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Folks, thank you so much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You go out and have yourself a great day. See you later.